Home Minister Amit Shah says in Parliament, situation in Kashmir Valley is completely normal, says local administration in Jammu and Kashmir will decide on release of detained political leaders, asks Congress to talk of the people of the valley rather than talking about a few leaders. India criticizes US Commission on International Religious Freedom for its comments on the Citizenship Amendment Bill, states that the comments are neither accurate nor warranted, asserts that the CAB or the NRC process will not have any impact on any Indian citizen of any faith. On the Human Rights Day today, President Ramnath Kovind expresses concern over recent incidents of heinous crime against women in the country, says such incidents force us to think if society lived up to the visions of equal rights. Twitter declares Prime Minister Narendra Modi's tweet, and I quote, "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Vijay Bharat," unquote, as India's golden tweet of 2019. The tweet celebrating BJP's re-election win was the most retweeted and liked tweet of the year. '13th South Asian Games concludes this evening. India remains at top position with 295 medals comprising 160 gold, 91 silver and 44 bronze. Namaskar and welcome. You're watching Doordarshan. I'm Sakal Bhatt, and we begin with Home Minister setting the record straight on ground situation in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly the valley. Union Home Minister has said that the situation in Jammu Kashmir is completely normal. Speaking during the question hour in Lok Sabha earlier today, he took a dig at the opposition Congress, adding Congress's condition is not normal. Attacking Congress, Amit Shah said Congress predicted bloodshed post-abrogation of Article 370, but nothing of that sort happened, not even a single bullet was fired upon.
जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता और विशेषकर घाटी की जनता है, पूरी तरह से स्थिति नॉर्मल है। 99.5% बच्चों ने एग्जाम दिया है, वो उनको ठीक नहीं लगता है। सिर्फ श्रीनगर में 7 लाख से ज्यादा ओपीडी के पेशेंट आए, वो ठीक नहीं लगता है। सारे थानों में से कर्फ्यू हटा लिया, ये नॉर्मल नहीं लगता है। सारे थानों में से 144 हटा दी गई, वो नॉर्मल नहीं लगता है। पुलिस फायरिंग से एक भी गोली नहीं हुई, मृत्यु नहीं हुई, वो भी नॉर्मल नहीं लगता है। ट्रैफिक की आवाजाही ठीक ढंग से हो रही है, वो भी नॉर्मल नहीं लगता है। उनको लगता है कि पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविटी कब होगी, वही उनकी नॉर्मल सिंह की व्याख्या है। सारे पंचायत के चुनाव नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार की पहली टर्म में 40,000 पंच सरपंच के चुनाव हमने समाप्त किए, जो आज तक नहीं किए गए, सालों तक इनके शासन में नहीं हुए। इसके बाद में ब्लॉक के चुनाव हुए, सारे के सारे तहसील पंचायत ब्लॉक के चुनाव शांति से हुए। लगभग 95% से ज्यादा वोटिंग हुई है, कहीं पर भी हिंसा नहीं।
The Home Minister said that a decision on releasing detained political leaders, including 3 former chief ministers in Jammu Kashmir, will be taken by the local administration and that the central government will not interfere in the matter.
जहां तक राजनीतिक नेताओं का जेल में रहने का सवाल है, प्रतिबंधित आदेशों के तहत, मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं कि हमें किसी को भी एक दिन ज्यादा जेल में रखने की जरूरत नहीं है, ना इच्छा भी। जब वहां का प्रशासन निर्णय करेगा, तब उनकी रिहाई हो जाएगी।
He also informed the lower house that peacefully conducted panchayat polls were for the first time in the state, that the panchayat polls in the valley were conducted peacefully.
सारे पंचायत के चुनाव नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार की पहली टर्म में 40,000 पंच सरपंच के चुनाव हमने समाप्त किए, जो आज तक नहीं किए गए, सालों तक इनके शासन में नहीं हुए। इसके बाद में ब्लॉक के चुनाव हुए, सारे के सारे तहसील पंचायत ब्लॉक के चुनाव शांति से हुए। लगभग 95% से ज्यादा वोटिंग हुई है, कहीं पर भी हिंसा नहीं।
BJP MP from Manipur has expressed happiness on the passage of Citizenship Amendment Bill in the lower house. He was speaking to our correspondent Vishal Baristo. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, MP from Manipur, has thanked Prime Minister Modi for keeping his words for Manipur and also hailed the passage of the bill.
Sir, there were a lot of apprehensions on the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Now you are a relieved lot. Why?
Yeah, actually, the peoples of Manipur is suffering quite a long, right from 1950 onward. We were troubled by the illegal migrants. For example, in 1950, after the partition of India and Pakistan, as per that, some population from the erstwhile East Pakistan came to Manipur, and we established two villages only for those refugees coming from the erstwhile East Pakistan. One is the Serou, and another one is the Saiton. These are the two areas where new settlement has accommodated for the refugee in the 1950.
Sir, will this inner line permit serve the purpose?
Yeah, the purpose of the inner line permit is to filter those illegal migrants and those who already entered and settled on or before the 31st December 2014. And there are some groups, but of course not much in Manipur. Not much in Manipur. Particularly the Citizen Amendment Bill mentioned that from those countries only the non-Hindu peoples who came to Manipur. So this is a problem. That's we are very happy once the cap is passed, it will be settled and no more the illegal intrusion will be protected by the expansion of inner line permit.
So since it has already been passed in the lower house, now the upper house remains. So do you think that it's a mere formality?
I hope it will be get through and we will win the majority also in the voting.
So there you heard the very pleased MP from Manipur, Dr. Rajkumar, and he is thanking the Prime Minister and he hopes that the upper house also passes the Citizenship Amendment Bill. With cameraman Pramod Negi in Delhi, this is Vishal Baristo, DD News.
Moving on, in response to queries regarding comments made by US Commission on International Religious Freedom on the Citizenship Amendment Bill, the official spokesperson of the MEA, Ravish Kumar, has released a statement, and I'm going to read that statement, the excerpts of the statement, and I quote, "The statement made by the US CIRF on the Citizenship Amendment Bill is neither accurate nor warranted. The bill provides expedited consideration for Indian citizenship to persecuted religious minorities already in India from certain contiguous countries. It seeks to address their current difficulties and also meet their basic human rights. Such an initiative should be welcomed, not criticized by those who are genuinely committed to religious freedom. The CAB does not affect the existing avenues available to all communities interested in seeking citizenship from doing so. Neither the bill nor the National Register of Citizens, that is NRC, the process seeks to strip citizenship from any Indian citizen of any faith. Suggestions to that effect are motivated and unjustified. Every nation, including US, has the right to enumerate and validate its citizens and to exercise this prerogative through various policies. The position articulated by US CIRF is not surprising given its past record. It is, however, regrettable that the body has chosen to be guided only by its prejudices and biases on a matter on which it clearly has little knowledge and no locus standi." Unquote. A day after Shiv Sena voted, meanwhile, in favour of Citizenship Amendment Bill in Lok Sabha, Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has said that the party will back the bill in Rajya Sabha as well only if all the doubts over it are cleared up.
मी काल एवढ्यासाठीच फक्त पाठिंबा दिला की कोणाला असं वाटू नये.
All doubts should be cleared first. I don't agree with Rahulji that if you support the bill, you love your country. And if you don't, you are anti-national.
देशप्रेमी विरोध किसी समाज के लिए या मजहब के लिए, हर एक नागरिक है, मेरे देश का नागरिक है और उसके मन में अगर कोई भी प्रश्न होगा तो उसका उत्तर मिलना चाहिए.
In other news, the world today observes Human Rights Day. The day is celebrated on the 10th December every year to commemorate the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was adopted and proclaimed by the General Assembly of the United Nations in 1948 as the shared standard yardstick to protect human rights across the globe. The theme this year, Youth Standing Up for Human Rights, presents the youth as the agent of change in our society. In his address, President Ramnath Kovind flagged the recent incidents of violence against women, saying such heinous crimes force people to think if the society has lived up to the vision of equal rights for all. In his address at a function at NHRC, he also said the ideal way to mark Human Rights Day will be for whole world to introspect that more needs to be done to live up to the sacred text of Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Unfortunately, a series of events in the recent past force us to think again. Incidents of heinous crime against women are reported from many parts of the country. This is not limited to one place or one nation. In many parts of the world, human rights of those who are vulnerable and flagrantly violated. Thus, the ideal way to commemorate the World Human Rights Day is for the whole world to introspect what more we need to do to live up to the letter and spirit of the sacred text of the Declaration.
While addressing the gathering, President also lauded National Human Rights Commission for its efforts in elevating the growth of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes.
I am glad to learn that the Commission has initiated open hearings to decide cases of atrocities against persons belonging to the scheduled castes, following the recommendations of the KB Saxena report. Also, the Supreme Court of India has entrusted to the Commission the task of improvement in the condition of the institutions for the mentally ill. I am happy to note that the mentally ill now receive better care and protection thanks to the continuous monitoring by the NHRC. The effective strengthening of the human rights at the ground level is, I believe, a collective task of the whole society.
Moving on to poll-bound Jharkhand, where campaigning for the third phase of the state assembly polls will be coming to an end today evening. In all, there are 17 assembly constituencies in the fray, spread over 8 districts. They will be going to polls in the phase, that's the third phase, on Thursday. That's 12th of December. The district which goes to polls in this phase include Ranchi, Hazaribagh, Giridih, Bokaro, Chhatra, Ramgarh, Saraikela, Kharswan and Koderma. Out of 70 assembly seats, campaigning would be ending at 3 p.m. in 12 constituencies, while in Ranchi, Hatia, Kanke, Ramgarh and Barakhatta constituencies, public meetings and rallies can be held till 5 in the evening today. The issue of campaigning are predominantly employment-centric, education, increase in inflation, also reservation for backward classes as well as women's security. BJP is trying to capitalize on these schemes and work of their government in the centre as well as state, and on the other side the opposition Congress, JMM, RJD combined, they are particularly focusing on criticizing the BJP-led government over problems of tribal, the youngsters, the farmers in their public meetings as well as rallies. Jharkhand Vikas Morcha and All Jharkhand Students Union are also promising better prospects for people if they are voted to power. Moving on, as part of efforts to check hoarding and boost domestic supply of the Kitchen Stable Centre, on Monday further reduced the stock holding limit for onions to 2 tons from 5 tons for retail traders. Consumer Affairs Ministry has directed the state governments to undertake anti-hoarding operation with immediate effect on retail traders. Last week, the ministry had reduced the stock holding limit for retailers to 5 tons from 10 tons, while that on wholesalers to 25 from 50 tons. Well, India has called upon more countries to join the International Solar Alliance, ISA, initiated by it to reduce the dependence on fossil fuels to meet the rising energy demands. Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar, who participated in COP25 in Madrid in Spain, spoke on the sidelines of the COP25 summit.
Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar said there was a need to speed up International Solar Alliance to trap solar energy in a big way. Speaking on the sidelines of COP25 in Madrid, Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar said that 4 years ago in Paris, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Francois Hollande launched the International Solar Alliance, it was a new beginning. He said that the need of the hour is for speedier expansion of International Solar Alliance to reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar expressed happiness that phenomenal progress has been made by the alliance, with over 83 countries joining in just 4 years. He stressed that the need of the hour is to tap solar in a big way. The ISA expansion is needed to meet the growing energy requirement, even as it acknowledged the phenomenal progress made by the alliance and the growing solar energy capabilities the world over. The minister also appreciated that there is an increased demand of solar agriculture pumps in various countries. Listing out the aggressive manner in which India has expanded its renewable energy mix, the minister pointed out that 5 years ago, India had just 3 gigawatt of solar energy, which has now increased to 33 gigawatt. He added that India is going to achieve 100 gigawatt of solar energy by 2022. That is, in the next 3 years, it will add 67 gigawatt more of solar energy. He further added that today India's 37% energy capacity is through renewable and that we must be making efforts to increase the renewable energy capacity.
Solar energy, India committed 175 gigawatt of renewable energy, out of which 100 gigawatt was solar. And I am happy to report when Prime Minister made this announcement, India had only 3 gigawatt of solar energy. Today we have 33 gigawatts. And in next 3 years, we'll create that 67 gigawatt also. So to make it 100 and 175 gigawatt will be achieved in time. At the same time, now he has upscaled the target to 450 gigawatts. This is not raising ambition. This is doing good things in more efficiently.
Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar, while speaking on India's stance on the climate change after hosting COP14 in Delhi, said that India has taken a massive lead in fight against climate change.
India has taken a massive lead, and Prime Minister declared 26 million hectares to be brought under out of degradation and restore it. So that restoration target is very big. And I am very sure that all other countries will also take note of this aspect also.
Environment Minister said that the climate change is real danger. He urged that the countries to mitigate the danger by all the efforts. He added that COP14 held in Delhi was an effort to build the consensus on restoration of degraded land. With inputs from Sheshadri Satyanarayan from Madrid in Spain, Bureau Report, DD News.
Well, wearing traditional outfits, dozens of indigenous leaders and activists from Extinction Rebellion movement gathered outside the venue of COP25 Climate Summit. The activists demand the world to take more initiatives to stop violence in the Amazon rainforest. Terming the UN summit not sufficient, indigenous leaders also urged for more effective action to protect the rainforest from environmental crimes. The protest came days after 2 indigenous men of Gujarara tribe in northeastern Brazil were shot dead this weekend and 2 others sustained injuries. Back home, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which aims to provide affordable houses to everyone, has benefited Chand Rashid, residing in a small village of Maharashtra's Washim district. His family is happy. They're thankful to Prime Minister for the permanent house. Take a look at this report.
Residing in a small village in Washim district of Maharashtra, Chand Rashid, a labourer by profession, could not afford to buy his own home. He got to know through the local Gram Panchayat that he has been allotted a home under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Chand submitted all the required documents and immediately obtained permission to start construction work. Soon after obtaining the first installment, he started construction work. Today, Chand and his family have their own home and they are thankful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the help.
I am a labourer and my family depends on me. I am the sole earner and the responsibility of my entire family is on my shoulders. Thanks to the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, my dream of having my own house has come true. I'm really grateful to the central government for this scheme and for providing me help to build my own house.
मिला तो ये कुछ उनका कुछ अपना सहारा देके, नहीं तो ये घर बनना होता नहीं था। ये बहुत बड़ा अच्छा होगा ये घरकुल आया तो।
Realizing the dream of lakhs of people who have been toiling hard for years in a dream to have a house of their own, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is proving a blessing to fulfill their dream of owning a home of their own. Bureau Report, DD News.
And adding another feather to his hat, Twitter India on Tuesday announced that Prime Minister Modi's tweet on May 23rd post on BJP's win in the 2019 general elections is the golden tweet or the most retweeted tweet of the year. Prime Minister Modi is already one of the most popular leaders on social media, and this latest tweet from Twitter India only adds to it. The tweet was retweeted over a million times and is the most liked tweet this year. The tweet read, "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Vijay Bharat," which means together we grow, together we prosper, together we will build a strong and inclusive India. India wins yet again, #Vijay Bharat. Remember viewers, in 2014 too, Prime Minister Modi bagged the golden tweet for his post, thanking people for landslide victory in 2019 general elections. The 2014 win tweet was retweeted more than 70,000 times, while it had more than 45,000 likes. Prime Minister Modi is the only political leader in India to join the likes of cricketer Virat Kohli, sports star Sunil Chhetri and Anushka Sharma in winning the hearts of Twitterati. He has over 50 million followers on the microblogging platform, making Prime Minister Narendra Modi the second most popular leader there in 2019. In fact, in 2018, Indian footballer Sunil Chhetri's Twitter call to fans to watch Team India play in the finals of the Intercontinental Cup in Mumbai became the golden tweet, and the nation's good wishes worked. India won the match, bagging the Intercontinental Cup. Again in 2017, the golden tweet was Anushka Sharma's wedding announcement. And this isn't Prime Minister Modi's only social media record this year. In October, Prime Minister Modi, with over 30 million followers, became the world's most followed political leader on Instagram, way ahead, much way ahead of US President Donald Trump. Well, shifting focus to sports, 13 South Asian Games will conclude at Kathmandu in Nepal this evening. Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, Ishwar Pokhriyal, will grace the closing ceremony as the chief guest. India remains at the pole position with 295 medals in its kitty, which comprises 160 gold, 91 silver, 44 bronze. On the final day of the Games, today India clinched gold in squash women's team event as well. Indian girls defeated Pakistan in the final by 2-1 margin. Men's final also between India and Pakistan is underway as we speak. Over in basketball, after clinching gold in 3x3 men's and women's events yesterday, India will play in the finals of the team events of both the categories today. In men's final, India will take on Sri Lanka, while in the women's team, they will have a title clash with host Nepal.
Indian athletes continue to dominate in most of the events at the 13th South Asian Games in Nepal. On the second last day of the Games, India consolidated its top position with 294 medals comprising 159 gold, 91 silver and 44 bronze. In Kabaddi, Indian men's and women's team grabbed the gold medal. In the women's final, India crushed Nepal by 50 to 13 points, while the men's team defeated Sri Lanka by 51-18 in Kathmandu. Indian basketball team also won the gold each in the 3x3 men's into women's event. Likewise, Indian boxers clinched 6 gold and 2 silver medals. Indian swimmers kept their winning streak and clinched 5 gold, 4 silver and 1 bronze on the last day of competitions. Indian swimmers dominated throughout the games and grabbed 50 medals comprising 27 gold, 18 silver and 5 bronze. In the final competition of shooting, Anurag Singh and Shravan Kumar won the gold in the 10-meter air pistol mixed event. India grabbed 18 gold out of the 20 in shooting events. Of the 60 medals at stake in various events, Indian shooters bagged 29 that included 18 gold, 7 silver and 4 bronze medals. In tennis, the Indian team made a clean sweep by winning the men's and women's singles titles. India won gold and silver in both the events as the finals were played between the Indian players. Meanwhile, preparations for the closing ceremony of the 10-day sporting extravaganza has been completed. The closing ceremony will be held at the Dashratha Rangashala in Kathmandu on Tuesday evening. Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, Ishwar Pokhriyal, will be the chief guest. With Bureau Inputs, Rajkumar's report, DD News, Kathmandu.
And with that, it's time to wrap up this newscast on Doordarshan. Stay tuned for more. Namaskar.